Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Campbell. Welcome to Talking Gotham. This is the show where we talk about the TV show Gotham. We are on episode 26, and the end of the season is not quite there yet, but we're getting there. And the court is making some moves, and we'll talk all about that. But first up from 3D Movie Cinema, it is the Shaman. How are you?
Namaste, my child. I'm doing well. I can't wait to talk about these two episodes. Fuck up on my end, by the way, because originally I had told her, I said, the next two episodes is these two episodes, the next two episodes, then we're on the finale. It turns out I misread the fucking title count, and it turns out this is actually not Primal Riddle. This is how the Riddler got his name. So I'm like, we could have done 3 episodes this week and 3 next week, and then I was like, oh, we fucked up. I was like, oh, that's a fuck up on my apologies. That's why we only have 2 this week.
Well, math was never my strong suit either, so it's fine. Matt Wyatt, how are you?
I'm doing good, and also I'm not gonna lie, these 2 episodes really stuck the landing for most parts. I mean, yeah, I didn't mind this the subplot of the Riddler, him now reaching to his potential of becoming the Riddler. Now we know him now today, and it was not that bad. I actually like that part, and I like the part with the episode when Frank got like Gordon's Uncle Frank, who's now Uncle Frank from Home Alone.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
I'm surprised when Gordon did come in there when he come in the room, and after we went and saw Falcone, he goes, "Look what you did, you little jerk."
That would have been a nice callback, apropos of nothing, but it would have been a nice callback.
Which what was the actor's name that played Frank in this episode? I can't remember his name. What?
James Remar.
James Remar. Yeah, he's such a great. Yeah, he was in
48 Hours.
Yeah, and he was in Too Fast, Too Furious. He played Raiden in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Remember that movie?
Talk about that.
Oh, dear. James Remar's been around forever. I guess that's the point we're trying.
He was almost in Aliens. Remember, he was cast in Aliens, and then he had like a drug addiction. So like James Cameron fired his ass halfway through filming and brought in Michael Penn to reshoot all his stuff.
Imagine in the 80s being fired for your drug addiction. You must have had a real problem if you were fired in the mid 80s, lest we forget.
I mean, literally, he's in one scene still. Like, there's a scene where they're like, it's all black and white, and like you said, there's one scene. James Cameron said, there's still one scene of James Remar in the film, one shot, and it's an up close shot that's pitch black dark. And he said, there's like, and you could probably find it on YouTube, the one scene with James Remar. The rest of it, it's all Michael Ben reshot it. Which, can you imagine that? Like, you're just sitting there doing cocaine on the set, and all of a sudden James Cameron's like, hey. No, put it down. Put the coke down.
Ouch!
Like,
I can't wait for Remar to be on Inside of You and be like, "Yeah, I was really bad." Like James Cameron.
But also James Remar. James Remar was in Welcome to Derry. He played the leader of the military, the general.
Right. He's the general. So he's been around.
And he played Dexter's dad in the show Dexter.
And he also was in it's a small cameo, but it was a movie where. Remember the movie? What's it called? Red. With Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He was the pilot that got shot by the woman. The woman that's like.
It's been a long time since I watched Red. I do own the movie. I haven't watched it in a long time.
The first one's great. I love the first. The second one's okay.
Yeah, the first one was awesome. The second one, I just couldn't. That was really bad.
There's too much subplots going on in the movie. It's not like a linear.
It got a little bit more too goofy than it needed to be.
Like everybody's retired. Extremely Dangerous now.
That movie has a great action sequence soundtrack to Back in the Saddle from Aerosmith. I love that song. And it's like Bruce Willis and Carl Urban fighting. It's great.
He was also in Oppenheimer. Yeah, he only had one scene in the movie when they were discussing which one they had to target the in Japan for the atomic bomb.
He was in that Danny DeVito film with Ben Stiller, Duplex.
Yeah. I love Duplex. Yeah, Duplex was awesome.
He's like, Gil Wallace Shawn's like, what do you do?
Yeah, he was the neighbor. He was like the crazy psychotic neighbor.
No, he was a neighbor. He was just the guy that
hired for kill, a hitman.
He's like, what do you do for a living? I'm in the entertainment business. And he goes, oh, okay.
But he was in The Girl Next Door.
Talking about the 2 episodes this week, though, let's get into it. But if you like the video, like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. But let's kick things off with season 3 episode 15, called How the Riddler Got His Name.
The episode aired on April 24th, 2017. Bruce is summoned by Selina through a letter, but she denies sending the letter and demands him to stay away from her. Bruce later realizes that the letter was sent by Five, the clone of Bruce Wayne, who then drugs him and usurps his identity while the real Bruce is sent to the court dungeon. Gordon reconnects with Frank, who states that he and Peter, Gordon's father, were members of the court until they became delusioned, leading to Peter's murder and making it look like an accident. Frank asks Gordon to join the court and help him destroy it from the inside. Nigma attempts to build a name for himself by killing Gotham's elite, eventually picking Lucius as a potential arch nemesis. After speaking to hallucinations of Cobblepot, Nigma decides to let him go and embraces his new persona as the Riddler. Meanwhile, Cobblepot wakes up in an IV's apartment after surviving his gunshot wound. I did not expect the fucking IV was able to rescue Cobblepot. That one caught me off guard. I knew he was going to resurface at some point. I thought it might be like Fish Mooney might be the one to revive him, but apparently it was IV the whole. Apparently, and that one, like, why? I don't understand.
Fish must have been busy doing something slap related. I don't know. I couldn't think of.
He must have been doing Madagascar 3.
Or that, yes, that's very true.
She needed to get that paycheck before they take it away. Will Smith takes that away forever.
So apparently Nigma wants to kill off every most powerful knowledge elite in Gotham, so that
I am the Riddler,
to see if anyone can outsmart the Riddler. And he needs to find his arch nemesis. And now it had to be Lucius. Lucius Fox is now the number one.
Gordon. It was meant to be Gordon, and Gordon wasn't in town. So then Fox.
No, he wasn't in town. He's busy at the cabin talking to his uncle. So he couldn't be in here in this episode.
Fox is like, because literally at first he's like, I think we should really investigate this. And Harvey's like, look, we're still cleaning up after Jerome's mess. Okay, do we really have time for this? And everything, and then all of a sudden, then the chess game is when he took it seriously, where he's like, "Oh, okay, now it's serious."
The chess game was pretty cool.
Yes, that was very nice. But Bullock has important things to do, like giving a speech. Ooh.
The cadets at a thing, which,
ooh,
I will say, I will say, I do like the Riddler, how it got his name. I do like Ed blowing up scientists because he can't solve his riddle. He's like, "Oh, you're not worthy for me, so I'm just gonna kill you."
So yeah, you're not my worthy opponent, so I'm gonna blow you up.
You're not
That's kind of why I like this episode. Just Riddler just trying to find himself, only to just be like, "Okay, you're gone. Bring me another one."
Yeah, because now we're reaching to the end. Now he's officially the Riddler. When you get to the end of the episode, when he's near the docks and tries to.
When he says that.
The shots of the cinematography, I'm not gonna lie, they looked really good. I'm not gonna I've seen some shots in previous episodes that weren't the best. This one they actually captured it beautifully for the birth of the Riddler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do love that. Whenever he was like, he tells Fox, "Is like, who are you?"
Speaking of with Selina Kyle, did you really believe at the time when Alfred was sending him the note and telling him that when Selina wants to meet, did you really believe that, or you thought it was a trap? Because for me personally, I thought it was a trap. I literally thought it was a trap. That was so obvious. It was so predictable. Because there's no way in hell when she's had a big blow off fight and they're not on speaking terms, and suddenly she wants to pass notes in class, all of a sudden. That makes no sense. How did he?
That so much.
I feel like he fell for it too easily.
I will say, you know what I loved? I loved Ed's line about villains. Villains have always been defined by the men who try to stop them. I thought that was a great line. I'm like, that is a great line. You know, it kind of reminds me in Smallville, when Lex is talking about how people are defined by their enemies. It just reminded me of that, where the Riddler's like, people have always been defined by the people who try to stop them. I'm like, that's a great line. I thought that was really. Because he's like, I am the villain on this side. I'm not like you, the hero. And we all know the hero that's going to try to stop him one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I got that.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. Just like when we look back in season 3 of Smallville with the whole Kawatche and the Naman and Sagiv's mythology, and then when he tells him at the end of the episode, what if the real hero was Sagiv? And that shows that how much that Lex really believes that he's doing the right thing. Like he believes that he's the hero, and the Mon, which is Clark, is the villain through his eyes.
Yeah. I do like though Bullock and Fox interrogating a guy, and Fox telling his plan of interrogation, where he's like, "I'm getting up close to make you feel uncomfortable." You know, make you understand.
They did a different like good cop bad cop routine tactic. That was unexpected because you're always used to seeing Bullock always trying to yell and scream and try to like beat the crap out of their fucking in an interrogation room, but they did a little bit differently. Like, yeah, I got a new suit. I'm not gonna hit him. And the guy says, "Please hit me."
I do like Gordon's uncle telling him about the court. I thought that was pretty good. Ed gassing the cadets, I thought that was pretty great when and then he's basically has Harvey. Ed has Harvey tells Fox, "You're going to answer my 3 riddles, or else I'm going to cut Bullock's rope." And then he said, "And the antidote is on because I poisoned all of them." And I'm like, I don't think he poisoned them. I'm like, he's just fucking with them. There's no way he's gonna. I don't think Ed's like that well thought out.
At least not yet.
Knew it's like he's not that. I mean, he's not gonna poison. So I think he's not a serial. He's like, I'm not a monster. I am a puzzler. He's like a game show host, and he's like, he likes theatrics. Only I think now I think the Joker. I think he would absolutely poison people for fun.
Yeah.
But I think the Riddler, he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I think I'm just doing it for theatrics.
He's literally the Jigsaw. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to do anything. You have to really fight your way through and survive and actually pass his riddles.
I like when he cut one of the ropes when he got the answer wrong, and then he's like,
that was pretty. I don't know because I did not feel anything that he was in danger. I thought that was pretty funny when he was on that edge of that fucking ledge of that stairs in his chair, and he's cutting the rope every time he gets the answer wrong. It's like, why did you just cut? Why did you just have a 4th rope?
I love the fart.
The fart. You love the fart.
You love the fart.
I love the fart. Let's rip. Let it rip.
I love when Bullock Chickler rip and farted.
But I loved the part where Riddler asks the second riddle and is like, I'm an individual, but I cannot. I'm in a group, but I can't fit into an individual. What am I? And Fox is like, a snowflake. Is like, wrong. And I'm like, well, snowflake technically would count. So I love that little part.
But it's my answers. It's the riddle. The questions to my answers, not just a general. Like, I like that. He's like, do you not understand what the game is? He's like, I don't think you understand what the game is. I'm just like,
I don't think you understand what the game is.
I'm like, to be fair, it's actually supposed to be the right answer, not the wrong. Which I like. When he said the last question, I said an individual, not a shadow.
And it looks like that Lucius passed his test. That now he's a worthy opponent that he can use for the fun, for kicks. He's the one that can outsmart, but not until years later Batman could be next up. So for now it's Lucius.
Which I love that he didn't kill Lucius. He just told him, "I am the Riddler."
I am the Riddler.
And he's like, I don't need Oswald anymore, so he threw his pills. I like when he threw the pills in the water and was just like,
yeah, what does he take that pills of a hallucination or something, or trying to suppress it?
Because he sees Oswald as his friend, but that kind of was him like having his Kylo Ren moment of like in The Last Jedi when he's like, let the past die. I don't need to be like and he says
apparently. Well, how ironic that this was before The Last Jedi, because this came out in the end of the 2017, and we're at the early 2017.
The Riddler was killing his past.
Yes.
Yeah, he was destroying his past. Yeah, pretty much.
Like
he was destroying everything connected with him, including Cobblepot. That was his last end.
Yeah. Well, unlike in like Last Jedi, where he kills his past, where he's like, I'm ready to be a badass. And then the next movie, he builds a new helmet and is like, you know what?
He doesn't build a new helmet. He just reconstructed his shattered helmet for some reason. I want to let the past die, but in the next movie, I still want it. Because when he destroys that mask, that's destroying a part of his past. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Not becoming the shadow of trying to be like Vader. He's trying to be in his own person. And that completely contradicts that literally contradicted his philosophy in the next movie.
Moment, and then they just ruined
it. Almost felt like they were trying to like, hey, we got to undo what the hell they did.
Like, you know what? No, I love that fucking mask.
Because that one apparently felt like more of the sequel to The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to Gotham, he was trying to destroy part of his past.
So
and
Ryan's like, fuck that.
We'll save that for State of Star Wars 3.
I will say I do like the clone Bruce taking Bruce. I like that whenever like he shows up and he goes, "You're dressed like me," and everything, and then he just goes like, you know. I love that. You know,
I thought it was pretty funny that he took on a bunch of goons. Like, wait, she broke up that fight, and then they go their separate ways, and now they want to continue to rob him, and then he kicks.
I thought that was great. Shows that Bruce can handle. He's like,
yeah, but it kind of felt very silly. Like, really? She literally told you not to fucking hurt him, and now you just want to try to rob him when she leaves. I love the part when he kicked the shit out of those guys.
My issue with that whole thing was, wouldn't you hear that still happening when they're trying? Wouldn't you hear it? She'd come right back. Hey, I said no.
I said no. She didn't run back.
Hey, keep your hands in your pants, fat ass. Or I'll cut your dick off and throw it in the freaking water. That's not. I'm not gonna lie.
I could see her do. I could see her do that too.
I almost said something from the movie Send Help, but I don't think everyone watching this has seen Send Help.
You could say it by
the
time.
Don't say it. It just recently came out. Don't spoil it for everyone.
No, I'm not.
By the time this airs, that movie's going to be 50 years old.
I'm sure you think it will.
Yeah, like I saw. You're sounding like Dave now, where Dave's like, "Don't spoil nothing because kids are being born every moment."
And I remember you DMing me and trying to spoil it, and I try to fucking avoiding it. Like, you fucking asshole. Don't try to spoil it, you dick.
And you know what? You know what's fake? Well, I told Ryan, it was fake-ass spoilers, too, where it was like I said.
I didn't even read it. I only read spoiler alert, and I fucking just turned it off when I was watching the movie.
It's like he's actually thinking real
just when the movie started, like, what the fuck are you doing trying to spoil it?
Yeah, it's fake spoilers. I said, Rachel, this is what I said, the spoilers. Rachel McAdams is actually a demon, and she sucks his soul out at the end and becomes James Franco. That's what I said in the spoilers. And I'm like, I wanted to read it and go, what the fuck? And he's actually, and I wanted to sit in the theater going, does that really happen at the end? It's Sam Raimi, and they have work together.
No, if I had read the whole thing, I wouldn't have believed it. I only read spoiler alert, and I turned it off when the trailers were starting.
I love you sending fake spoilers to people that they take this. It's nothing
like if you're sending the fake spoiler, at least make it convincing and not make it too far fetched.
Well, but I don't want to make it too convincing because then you actually will believe it.
That's the point. That's why you're putting out fake spoilers to troll people. No shit.
Well, I mean, if I say like, hey, at the end, right, they get together and they have a kid, then you'd be like, okay, that's a little.
At least that's not that far fetched.
Yeah, but going back to this. I will say, Gordon. I do like though. Gordon's uncle telling him that helped him destroy the Quarter Vowels for good, and Adam Fox's car, and Ed saying his true name on the Riddler. I do like Ivy rescuing. Oswald. Ed. I didn't like Ed taking the pills to hallucinate Oswald. I thought that was just.
I know that was so forced.
I feel like they just needed Oswald in the episode, so that's the only way they could figure out to put him in the episode without revealing he's alive. Because I feel like if they just said, "Oh, he's alive," because I guess they wanted to build up. Is he really dead?
They want to build up they want to give you the build up the suspense.
Y'all are telling me that you didn't like Oswald getting his own Broadway show number?
I hated that. Oh
god, that was cringy. Like what? It feels like you're watching Oswald trying out for the Greatest Showman movie.
I thought it's
remember
like Marilyn Manson, the Marilyn. Remember Marilyn Monroe?
Dreams are made of the
not Manson, Marilyn Monroe, not Marilyn Manson. No, but
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that.
Nobody else but you. Boop boop be doo.
Yeah, but personally, I didn't like how Ivy was the one that rescued him. I feel like that was kind of a little forced, and I never understood what her intentions are to want to rescue him. Like, what's her angle in all this? Really? She's a street rat girl who is now in a 20-year-old body, and suddenly she wants to revive a Cobblepot who she never met in her entire life.
She's a street rat. Is she also a riff-raff? And do you buy that?
Riff-raff, street rat. I don't buy that.
I did like when Ed's hallucinating Oswald and he's reading the paper and Oswald saying the chess killer. How are people going to sleep at night knowing the chess killer is out there?
Personally, I think the hallucination was kind of too silly.
I don't know. It made me laugh, that scene though. He's like the chess killer. You forgot sleeping on the chest killers. That made me laugh. That truly did make me laugh. That made me. I chuckled at that. And also
The chess
Alfred.
killer.
I didn't like Alfred telling Bruce to go to her. Like, remember he's like, go to her. It reminded me of
I thought
Batman
he was
Forever.
I thought he was gonna say it like this. Go to her.
It reminded me of Batman Forever. Remember when Nicole Kidman was like, my place at midnight? And then Alfred's like, go to her, Master Wayne. Go to her. Go to her.
Did he say it like that? I don't know if he really said go to her or something.
He said, go to her. Yeah, no, he says it in Batman Forever. He goes, go to her, Master Wayne. Go to her. And I'm just like,
I
wow,
don't remember.
really
I don't remember him
tonight.
saying. I don't remember him saying that.
He says that he's in the Batcave because he's looking after Chris O'Donnell rescues him. And he goes, "What the hell were you doing?" And
No, I know what scene you're talking about, but I don't remember him saying it like that. I feel like you're implying that that's what he meant to say. I think
exactly
you're paraphrasing.
I can literally pull the clip up right now if you want.
I can do it too.
I had this thought. Now that the clone is in deep at Wayne Manor, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take Alfred to find out that he's not the real Bruce. And I just like take a walk with me on this one. Considering that Alfred has known Bruce his whole life, like even when he was a kid, like a small child, like a baby. Do you think like he might know like Bruce's size and like that's like how he checks? Like just randomly one night,
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
I was right.
Yep, you were right.
See, I told you.
Oh no, hold on. You were right. I will admit, I was wrong. I stand corrected. You were right. You have a win. You won the round. You won the round. You won the second round. The first round I won for the Rousel Goal that we talked about.
I won for Batman Forever.
You won for Batman Forever. I won for Batman Begins. I won the first round. You won the second round.
Now going back to the dick size of Bat Bruce. Okay, I'm sure he's like,
go to
Master Wayne. He says you're uncircumcised. You're not Master Wayne. I didn't know he was circumcised. I was the one that did it.
Rather cold this morning, Master Bruce.
It's like he's like Bruce Wayne's like, I'm an anteater now. That's gonna make people laugh when they with his hair. That's gonna
just 1 a.m. Clone Bruce is sleeping. Alfred walks in, being like, "I knew it."
Okay, for that moment that that the clone Bruce 5 shows up in this kitchen with Alfred, I think that the moment he was said, "Oh, it sounds delicious," from that pie that he's making, and he had that look like, I know that's not Bruce. That's not him.
He's looking at Bruce because he's like, I don't think you like pie. That's what Bruce doesn't like. I mean,
yeah, but he mentioned that he didn't like pie very much. That's when he let that slip. He didn't get everything right because Alfred's not an idiot. He knows Bruce better than anyone.
Yeah, he's like, Alfred's like,
because he's practically his own ward, his own son.
Yeah. Also,
so much so that there's like rumors, which I don't believe, but they persist, that Alfred is secretly Bruce's father and there was an affair. Again, I don't believe it, but that rumor's been circulating for years.
He says, I've done everything your father did. I have literally bathed you like your father did. I even had sex with your mother.
Sex with your mother. That's how he had you.
It was hot. It was spicy.
That would be.
It tasted great.
That would literally be one of the biggest plot twists ever if they ever pull that shit. What if they one day do a DCU's once they do a DCU's Batman, they pull a plot twist? No, I'm your father.
He's like, Master Wayne.
Master Wayne.
Dun, 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 dun,
no,
dun,
Master Wayne, I'm your father.
Also, nobody saw in the background Harvey getting kidnapped whenever he's at their graduation. Like, he literally, with the curtain open, goes, and like literally, Harvey could.
They were not in the back of the curtain. Somehow he was able to like grab Harvey out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck did that come from? Like, no one's seen that.
Yeah, like the curtains are literally. It's like this much. It's like this much space, like right here. And
how did no one spot?
Like,
how did no one spot that?
And they throws a gas canister. To which, by the way, okay, in real life, if that would have happened, Harvey would have probably went forward and fall on the stage, and they're trying to gas him. And then all of a sudden all the cadets and everybody would have grabbed Edward and then they would have been over. Harvey would have woke up like 10 minutes later. and with all, and then Edward were being handcuffs like this, going, "I had so many plans for you involving chair and rope."
It involves chairs, and it's not the Clint Eastwood talking empty chairs.
No.
I do also, and also Ed saying hello. My name is Edward Nigma. Captain Bullock is tied up. Like I thought that joke made me laugh. That joke made me laugh when he goes, "Hello, my name is Edward Nigma." Like to the cadets, he says, "Captain Gordon is tied. Captain Bullock is tied up right now."
You'll never get a better Riddler origin than in Forever, where it's like the puzzler, the gamer. No? Okay.
Isn't it funny? He kind of looks like Jim Carrey. Like I think honestly they cast it because he looked like Jim Carrey, because it's like he looks just like Jim Carrey, like except without brown hair.
Yeah.
He looks. I'm looking at him like
Yes.
he looks very much like Jim Carrey in this show.
Without looking like a ginger.
Yeah. Which I mean, literally, like, he goes more of on instead of being like more of like joygasm. He's just like, I will remember. People will remember.
It seems like he has the resemblance to Jim Carrey's Riddler from Batman Forever, but also he's trying to do the fucking Batman voice. I am the Riddler. Ugh. Okay, Christian Bale's Batman, dude, chill out. I think Bruce would like to have a word with you. Trying to steal his impersonation.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, let's go to scores.
I'm gonna give this
Collins 1 to 10.
7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
I'm gonna give this a 7.5.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go 8. I like this one quite a bit. I thought the stuff with Riddler's origin I thought was great, and it's planting seeds for what's coming later on. But now let's get to our second of 2. It's season 3, episode 16, called These Delicate and Dark Obsessions. Great episode title, by the way. 10 out of 10, no notes. Matt, go ahead.
Gotham must fall.
A weapon is en route. A weapon the court intends to use to destroy the city.
So how do we stop it?
I've been waiting a long time for you to begin your journey.
I'm not scared of you.
I have so much to teach you, Bruce.
The episode aired on May 7th, 2017, and is directed by Ben McKenzie, who also plays Gordon on the show. After fully recovering, Cobblepot attempts to build an army to take back power from Nigma and Barbara. He calls Gabe, who betrays him and intends to auction him, but Ivy uses her perfume to rescue him. Cobblepot kills Gabe after the perfume makes the latter provoke the former by the truth. Ivy convinces Cobblepot to use the Indian Hill escapees for his army. At the dungeon, a shaman gives Bruce hallucinogens that cause him to relive the night of his parents' murder. And soon after, he begins training Bruce so that he can protect Gotham. After learning a weapon is being transported to Gotham to destroy and cleanse it, Gordon investigates the court further and realizes his father's death was a hit organized by Frank, who is later ordered to kill Gordon, but he instead commits suicide. On Frank's final instructions, Gordon tells Catherine that he killed Frank and intends to join the court, welcomed her. So I did enjoy this episode so much more. We were pushing forward with the Court of Owls storyline. We are now getting into the point of Bruce's training to becoming Batman. We're getting
the League of Shadows finally happening, and I'm like, this is what I love.
At the time we were talking off camera, I had no idea that had to be the League of Shadows, because I was trying to who are these people? I know that they're working for the courts, but they I know he's in the shaman in Shambhala, but I did not know that they were actually the League of Shadows. I thought they might have been someone else entirely that was the one that's training him. I was like, what's going on? And then this one scene that really made me laugh. When he was running through the halls and goes back like a maze style, like revert to where he started. It felt like he watched Matrix Revolution.
Or I was gonna say, like
it almost felt like It almost felt like the writers have watched fucking Matrix Revolutions when you see Neo trying to get out of that train station and he runs through the fucking train tunnel and it goes right back to where he began.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, which ironically, this came out the same year as Thor Ragnarok's, and Thor, right, they do the same thing where he's like running.
Well, no, Ragnarok came out in later in
November.
2017. Yeah, it came out in November. This one came out in May.
Yeah, which I think that's funny. It's like, I bet you Taika Waititi was watching Gotham. Like, hey, I did that in Thor. which I really did enjoy this episode. I do like that, Oh wait, hold on. I got the wrong. Sorry, I had to change the note. I like that the court at the beginning how the episode opens with the court voting to destroy Gotham.
That was creepy. I liked that. I liked how they voted with feathers. I thought that was actually rather clever.
The funny thing is that now they want to cleanse Gotham, which basically they're taking the storyline from Batman Begins, kind of like what the League of Shadows, or what was their purpose.
And eagle-eyed or owl-eyed viewers, I guess, will note, like, if you watch this episode, there's plenty of Batman Begins worship all over this, even down to, and Collins, you pointed this out to me off camera, the weapon arriving at the docks. If you know, you know.
If you watch Batman Begins, I'm like, and it's like in Falcone's shipping yard, and I'm just like, that's exactly what happens in Batman Begins.
They're literally copying off of the fucking storyline from Batman Begins.
Exactly.
If you're gonna copy from that.
Oh yeah.
Well, the ironic thing is they're ripping off themselves, like recycling the storyline.
Yeah. Which I will say, I do like Bruce waking up in Nanda Parbat.
Nanda Parbat, that's what it's called. That's the location. Yeah.
I like it. Bruce waking up there, and then of course. And I thought that was great that, he's in like his ninja, robe and everything.
Yeah, he's in this ninja robe. And in my mind, I was like, I thought he was just being held as a prisoner, but it seems like now looks like he's going to get ready to train.
You have to become a symbol of hope.
You have to become the symbol. I like the shaman guy. The shaman guy was pretty badass. The shaman. How do you pronounce his name?
Yeah, like Boston.
Shaman.
The shaman. Yeah, that's the shaman guy. Yeah. Over here.
Wow.
Shamu.
I don't know if you saw this. The ShamWow guy is
guy
doing political advertisements now.
The ShamWow guy? Didn't he have like a commercial come out called Woke Busters? Where I'm like, what the fuck is this? Isn't this guy like a ShamWow commercial?
The shaman guy was pretty fucking cool. The way that he was taking that needle, and it's very supernatural. It didn't look like just a hallucinogen drug. This looks like more of like a supernatural hallucinogen that he's using his tactic to relive his past, and it almost felt like the Matrix. The moment he got his ass beat by the shaman and the blood from his mouth when he woke up, that felt so Matrix. I thought it wasn't real.
It's like
when you're killed in the Matrix, you die for real.
When Neo fights.
Not when he fights him. Not when they were doing a sparring session, but then when he was trying to train him to learn how to leap off of tall buildings, and he fails the first time, and he fucking falls to the ground, and he bleeds out of his mouth the moment he woke up.
Your mind makes.
Which that was literally a callback to the Matrix.
Which I loved. I did like though whenever he's like trying to say you have to overcome your fear. He's trying to overcome his fear of his parents' death. He says, "You cannot let that. I'm like define you." He said, "There's one thing." And
he told him, like, "Hey, why am I going back there?" And he tells him, "You never left. You were still there." I love that. I love the shaman. He was fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
You never truly left that alley.
You never really left to that alley. You were there.
That is exactly what Batman. Bruce Wayne died in the alley. Batman was born. That day.
we're all in a sabbatical. That's because he's already been Batman the moment he witnessed his parents' murder. He died in that alley.
Bruce Wayne died in the alley. Like the Flashpoint comics, like basically states, like Bruce Wayne died in the alleyway that day, and Batman was born. Like Bruce is never.
But in this alternate timeline of the Flashpoint, he actually literally died, and now Batman was born, but not by Bruce.
It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor in Batman mythology, but then it became a literal thing in the.
It became a literal thing in the Flashpoint paradox storyline.
Yeah, which I always thought
Batman was literally born, but it's not by Bruce. It was by his father, Thomas Wayne.
Yeah. Which I do like that about the shaman showing Bruce the teachings of the League of Shadows, about how, like he says, this is how we do things. And I do really like the line of you never really left the alley. One thing I really also like is Falcone telling that Frank was the one that ordered the hit on his father. I'm like, I thought that was great. I'm like, which I'm like, Frank, you don't think
I'm like, Frank, why didn't you bother to say that the first time? Really?
I do like that he reaches out to Jim and tell him about the court's plan. I thought that was really well done.
Because they're just literally flip-flopping on whether you trust Frank or not. They've been doing that in the first 2 episodes that when we covered. Like, what the hell's going on? Because there was a part of me that I did not want to trust Frank. Because I feel like he's
Then he
only
tells
told him what
Barbara.
he only no, here's the funny thing. They went and got Barbara to hire to find those fucking weapons in the docks. I was like, what? You're hiring you're trying to hiring a criminal to do your job, a cop.
Guy going,
Like you're literally doing things dirty. You're literally trying to get them to do the dirty work. Like that's not you, Jim. I thought you were past that.
I do think also like what was great about that because it's like, oh, it's right over there, and I'm like, really? Like that was that simple? It's like right
Really
there.
that
It's
easy?
not even in a storage container, nothing. Like,
But then and also, what was the henchman's name from the courts? What's his name again? I can't remember.
Talon.
Talon was fucking everybody
He
up.
just gunned them down, then all of a sudden
He was literally dodging bullets when they were shooting right in front of him. Like he was literally dodging it like it was nothing. Like this is literally the Matrix blockbuster haul in this episode.
What it is, what I think
He's dodging bullets. We see Bruce is going through his simulation, which is basically the Matrix. He was literally the Neo. This one, he looks like he's the Neo dodging fucking bullets, doing bullet time.
Which I thought was so great. And then, of course, after Barbara and Tabitha just left, Tabitha's like, "We need to go. Well, we need to go."
Yeah,
like,
they know they're gonna get fucked. They were not gonna stand a chance.
I can't defeat him.
Like no, like I don't give a shit how. Like they had a bunch of goons shooting at him and it didn't do anything.
And then like the Dark Worker's like, I didn't tell him nothing, and then he just goes and cuts his head off. You see,
He decapitated his head clean off.
I'm like, oh, damn.
Like he didn't. You don't care. You still told him.
Like
You're dead.
like see no evil, speak no evil. Like it's basically nice. I was like that. Honestly, that right there had me like I was so like this right here was worth it because Talon just wrecks those people whenever he just cuts this. Like Ryan, what'd you think though? Whenever he like Talon cut the head off of like the dock worker. Like
I thought that was pretty gnarly, especially for Fox of all things. Wow.
Like, you see his head go straight off. Like when he cuts his,
he's like, and he's like,
oh damn!
Oh my god!
Daredevil didn't even do that hard when that scene. Like Daredevil didn't even, and that was on Netflix. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, you see his head go straight off, like after he.
And also, you're showing this on a network show that's so R-rated graphic.
Well, you know, hey Ryan, do me a favor.
Which they get away with it.
Position the camera a little bit upward because I don't want to be having a conversation with your crotch. Upward, up.
Well, it's either that or the fan. So
just enjoy the crotch. Yeah. Enjoy the view.
I will say though, I do like the one thing I do like. The thing I do like also is Ivy annoying Penguin and everything, and she's like, he goes, he says you have plants and everything. He's just like, she's just so annoying him. Goes, oh yeah, this place has been abandoned. He's just getting annoyed by her. He's just like, I just want you to leave. And then he tells the creepy plant, and then he tells her off. She goes, Oswald, I don't think I think he's probably they're playing you. I just sense that they're playing you. And he goes, he says, I don't want to listen to you. Okay. You're a creepy plant girl. And he says, you should just go, which she's just like,
oh, you're serious. Well, boo hoo. I thought that had me dying. I love that scene. That was pretty fucking hilarious. But also his henchman's his fucking goal was now to auction him off. I did not like that part. I was like, really? That's your motive behind this? I knew we could not trust that asshole.
I do like though when she was like, I'll call your men, but for a please. And then he goes, please.
Please.
He's just so annoyed by her. He's like,
he's so annoyed by Ivy.
By her mere existence.
It's almost like the Grinch, and then it's the dog Max, and like that. You know,
she's the Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah, she's like, are you? Or yeah, which I would say more like the dog Max, not Cindy Lou Who, because it's the Cindy Lou Who.
No, Ivy. Ivy's. Well, no, actually, well, yeah. Yes
the dog
and no.
annoys him more than Cindy does. The dog annoys.
That's true. Yeah.
Which I do like the court ordering Frank to kill Jim. I thought that was great.
So Frank just offed himself, so that because he was already a dead man walking.
he's killing himself to help get Jim to the court because he really truly wants Jim to destroy the court.
Yeah, because at first I didn't want to trust Frank. I thought he was manipulating him, but it turns out no. Often himself pretty much proved
I
it.
thought they were going to kill Frank because they're like when he was in the circle, and I'm like, oh, you're dead because everyone's wearing their mask.
Yeah, because he was ordered to put a hit on Jim to kill his own nephew, and he did not want to do it. So if he failed, they would have done a lot worse to him than himself. So he might as well off himself.
I do like Ivy getting Penguin's men to smell her perfume, and then he's just killing all those men and freeing Penguin.
Wasn't a bunch of donuts that they were eating that they corrupted their food?
No, she did. The guy just brought Claire's.
Oh yeah, she went up close to smell her perfume. My God, yeah.
She's
like the hinge, one of the henchmen, and they killed a bunch of group. Yeah, and bam, yeah.
And then Penguin says, "Tell him, give me the gun." She just give him the gun. She shoots him in the head. And then of course he's like, now. And then I love my favorite thing is whenever, I thought was funny was the Penguin asking. Then of course he reveals the truth. He tells him to tell the truth, and then the guy's like, "I was never loyal." He says, "I don't respect you. I don't like you." And he goes, "Ace, I just was afraid of you." He goes, "I can live with being afraid. That's fine." And he goes, "No, I wasn't afraid of you. I was afraid of Falcone. The Falcone would kill me because we're loyal to Falcone for you." And he goes, "I don't respect you. We all see you as Fish's umbrella boy and a freak." And then he goes, "Freak!" And he's like, "Ah!" And they just go, "Ah!" and then they're just digging holes, which I think is funny. He made them dig all the holes too. He made them dig every single hole before. He made them.
Now he just dumps the body and they grown into the bunch of like weeds.
I just thought that was so funny.
Have an IV, use them as a fertilizer.
I just thought that was so funny though. He's like at first he was giving him opportunity. Like, he was going to let him live until when the toxin, and they just telling the truth, like just basically telling the whole truth, like, he says, "Oh, I don't care, you're not afraid of me." He said, "You're just afraid of me. That's fine. I can live with that, And he's gonna let him live, but then he goes, "Nope, I wasn't afraid of you. I was afraid of Falcone. You?" He goes, "They're just a freak."
No, not so much.
He's like, "That's what."
Oh, really?
He's like, "He was gonna let you live." And if he wouldn't have been
dude, you had to fucking open up your mouth. Like, you think he's not gonna murder you? You're a fucking idiot.
Which I understand the perfume was doing all the talking. It was like,
because it's basically like getting him to tell the truth, so he couldn't help.
Because
he couldn't even lie. He couldn't. Yeah, because he couldn't lie even if he wanted to.
Yeah, which I do like the shaman training Bruce to overcome his fear.
I love that. That was probably my favorite part of the episode.
And I like Jim joining the court at the end. I thought that was great.
Yeah, so he can take them down from the inside.
Yeah. I will say there's things I disliked about this episode. I don't like Penguin. Penguin should have at least let her use, but
her motive to wanting to know, because you want an army, let's to take the people, let's get the freaks from Indian Hills to give you an army.
Hey guys, I don't want
but the one thing that bothered me, like, what's her angle in all this? She's a street rat kid. Like, what the fuck would she want all this? I don't understand her motives behind it. It feels like they just shoehorned her into this.
I think she wants storyline. Friends, like she wants somebody.
She just wants friends.
Yeah, because she screwed over Selena. Remember, she screwed over Selena. Selena
not
anymore.
But it's kind of I think that the whole motive behind it is just so goofy to me and very forced.
It's like the Odd Couple kind of thing.
It's kind of like reminds me that when fucking Selena joined with Fish Mooney in the finale out of nowhere for no reason at all. Like that made no serial sense.
I think she's just trying to find a friend, and she goes, "Hey, I saved."
Yeah, she wanted to find a friend. Yeah, but you never even met this guy, and you just suddenly found him going off from the shore.
Well, Oswald likes her now because
I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
Oswald likes her now because she's useful now to me.
Well, yeah, she is now.
Yeah, at first she's like, "I don't go fuck away." Okay, the only reason I'm not killing you is because you saved my life. I'll let you live for that, but I don't really give a shit. You're a freak. And then basically, which I'm surprised she didn't just do this.
When she saved his life, so now she's in the full depth.
Yeah,
in her depth.
I do also. I mean, I would have told Penguin should have at least let her, because she was telling, I have a truth serum. She should have let him use the truth serum to make sure the men were loyal first before telling her off, because I feel like they wouldn't have had this whole situation. Yeah. But I guess sometimes you got to see it before you believe it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Jim tell Lee when they saw Lee at the graveyard? hey, about his uncle and everything. I mean, she should at least know. I mean, really. I mean, I think that would have been,
And she's like, "How do you do it? How do you move past this?
or very
You,
least
I wish,
about
I wish, I wish that he fucking just said that. He stood there like an idiot, like, dude, you don't. It still sticks with me forever. That's what he should have said. No, he just
Yeah.
stood there like an idiot and then let her hate him for no fucking apparent reason.
or at very
Even though
least have a conversation about his uncle's drunk driver, about the drunk driver and everything.
yeah, like this is getting ridiculous for Lee's character. I'm starting to dislike her more and more I watch her.
Also,
Yeah.
if Jim's dad was a cop and the guy was a scumbag and had ties to Falcone, wouldn't this sound like a more than a coincidence? If I was a cop, I would look into this.
It seems like now the court is behind everything. The staging of fucking Gordon's dad's death, including the Bruce's parents' murder. The courts were behind the whole thing.
Also, Jim has a death wish confronting Falcone about trying to make it.
It feels
sound
like it feels like the writers wanted to like connect to everything.
Yeah, which I think also this has also irked me. Jim has a death wish confronting Falcone at his mansion. It almost and making it sound like, oh, it's an even Stevens. Like, my father's death by your men, your son's death by my hand. He's lucky. He's really lucky. Falcone didn't put a bullet in his head right there for.
It's like, dude, you had to say that out to his face, really, dude. You have a death wish.
The man let you live. You should be grateful that he's not putting a bullet in your head, or he's not going to send his ass.
But then you try to pull that even Stevens. Like, you think that Falcone cares, dude? He will fucking kill you. You're not invincible.
I'm just saying that right there kind of made me go, "Are you stupid, Jim?" Because you're right now in the wolf's den. You don't have no backup. Nobody knows you're here, and like you think Falcone's gonna let you walk out of here, and then you thought you're insulting the man, which Falcone must be like just have like a really good blowjob or something from a hooker, because there's no way that man is just like,
you must have caught him in a good day, caught him in a good
very
mood.
Good day.
He would have like literally should just blow your fucking brains out right where you stand.
Oh, look, he's here. Kill him. Like, that's it.
Yeah, because Jim Gordon just shows up, and then on top of that, accuse him of murdering his dad. Then it's like, yeah, well, guess what? You killed my dad, so I killed your son, even Stevens, bitch.
I was like, why would you fucking say that? Are you stupid?
Like,
Blood
wow,
for blood, I guess.
wow, like, hey, you got some cojones to say that. That man is going to look. He could even if you walk out of that mansion, he could send Victor after your ass later.
All right, well, let's go to scores. Collins 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, the score is the same as his, 8.5. This was a great episode.
So I'm going to go just a straight 8. I did like both of these. However, I prefer the first one a little bit more over than this one. Not by much, but enough. But I pass it off to all of you. What did you think of these episodes? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to read what you have to say. And it's a privilege to do this show with these guys every week. Collins, where can the people find you?
They can find me at the court of owls, where I will be literally talking about how great the movie Highlander is. No. I will be 3D Movie Cinema, where by the time this airs, my review for what's it called? One Battle After Another will have aired, and I will have a Highlander watch party on my channel Friday. By the time this airs, Friday, where everyone but Ryan will be joining, because everybody's going to be joining us, but Ryan, because Ryan, fuck him, I don't care. No. Ryan was going to join, but he had something come up. He's going to be out of town this weekend, so everybody's going to be there except for Ryan. So boo-hoo. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Ryan. But Ryan, I really wanted Ryan to be there, but yeah, he said, man, I can't, man. I can't make it. Which I said it's fine. But yeah, we got some guests coming on. We got Big Dick Ryan's going to be there. Nick, not Nick, but what's his name? Kyle.
Kyle's going to be joining us, and Jason the Millennial.
Yeah, Jason Millennial. I was wondering who. I was like, I
don't remember Nick joining us. I know that there's going to be 3.
Nick. No, Nick's
you got
be
Big Dick Ryan. You got Kyle joining us, and then you have Jason the Millennials.
Yeah, Jason.
Yes.
Yeah, Jason. I forgot who was joining us for a second. I'm like, I know that's not who. Yeah, but yeah. Thank you, Matt, because Matt made the thumbnail, so Matt knows.
You're welcome.
Speaking of Matt, what do you have coming up?
Well, I put up my review for the movie called The Rip on Netflix, and the Emma Stone film called Begonia. And by the time you watch, Let it rip. Let it rip, Ryan.
Does
Anyway,
he say that in the movie? Does Ben Affleck it once or Matt Damon?
no,
Let
no.
her rip.
Nope, never said it once. I swear to you, no. But anyway, by the time you watch this video, my review for the new Sam Raimi movie Send Help is going to be on my channel, and including 2 trailer reactions to Invincible season 4 and I believe Daredevil season 2 Born Again teaser trailer, and another review of the body horror film called Together. So keep an eye open for that.
Yep, all their links down below. Subscribe to them over there. As far as this channel goes, the latest 1996 project episode dropped. I covered Beautiful Girls, a very weird movie starring a lot of famous people, and what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, Broken Arrow, which was awesome. It was my first time watching. I had a blast.
And they stole the theme. They stole the theme song from the Weinsteins took Dewey's theme in Scream 2 is literally the Broken Arrow theme, because
Yep.
even Hans Zimmer's like, I get paid every time a Scream movie comes out.
Yeah, Scream 2, they took that. They took
Yeah,
that from Broken Arrow.
because it was literally sampled. Because what happened
Broken
is
Arrow came out before Scream 2.
Yeah. So what, I don't know if y'all noticed, but they do test screens. They'll put dummy soundtracks in the movie. So like they took like Broken Arrow and some other songs, and the Weinsteins apparently everybody loved Dewey's theme, which was the Broken Arrow theme. And so everybody loved it so much that the Weinsteins made a deal where they could use the Broken Arrow theme for Dewey's theme. And they kept it ever since in the Scream movies. And so
I could have sworn they only used it twice.
They used it Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, and Scream 5.
Was it? I don't remember them shown in Scream 3. I don't remember that part.
Because it's the scene where
I heard they took that. I remember they did not add that song into that movie, or maybe they did for a moment, and it went by so quickly.
Scream 3, I know, because it says
maybe you're probably right about that.
It's closer to the end when he proposes, where they go.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it was. Maybe it was. I got to rewatch that.
Which that's what Hans Zimmer says. He loves when the Scream movies come out. He goes, "I get paid for nothing."
Well, that episode is up now, and subscribe to these guys. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for next week. Stay off the streets of Gotham. They're not safe. We will see you all in the next one. Y'all take care.
Talking Gotham.